and welcome to Willow Yoga, Minnesota. I invite you to find your seat and take your thumbs and tuck them inside your palms. Then bring your fingers around those thumbs and bring the knuckles together of those hands and pull your hands down and in. So this is a gesture for creative energy. This opportunity to really get into our centers, to find that unique way of being that is a part of our blueprint. So who we are at the deepest center of our being. Let's bring our shoulders up by our ears, then slowly rock them down our backs, tuck our chins, pull those hands in towards your creative center. The chin tucks and we close our eyes. Notice that this is a somewhat active posture. So even though we are simply sitting, instead we can notice that we have those hands pulled into our core, and from there we lift energetically. We feel grounded in those sitting bones, like we are this solid, open presence, ready to meet the world with energy and vitality, with openness and wonder. Make sure those shoulders stay soft as we lift through the crown of that head, creating as much space as we can between our heads and our seats. Use that breath as this place where our mind can go, because then the mind can quiet down from all of that chatter, the monkey mind as they call, and instead that mind is really ready to be grounded, to be open, to be curious, and to reach out in ways that it might not have thought of before. Let's take one more breath, full of vitality coming into our bodies. And from there, we'll exhale and release. Come onto your backs, and we'll lift those legs straight up into the air. Point your toes, bring your hands behind your head. This, of course, we know lets the blood go back down into our bodies. And if we press a little bit in those elbows, we open in that chest space, feel grounded in your low back. Now flex your feet and bring your knees or legs wide. Stay here or bend just your right leg. All right, we have to pull that core in order to go strong. But now, can you stay soft in your shoulders for 3 and 2, 1. Right leg extends back out. We bend that left knee. Feeling what happens in our core when we do that. Try and stay relaxed in your jaw and neck, your shoulders, flexing in those feet. One more breath. Now extend that left leg long. Inhale, point your toes and bend your knees, bringing your toes to touch. Exhale, flex your feet as those legs go wide. Inhale, we point those toes and touch. Exhale, we flex our feet and go wide. You have to move really mindfully. Bend those knees and touch those toes. And we exhale, flex and open. Now inhale, bend right leg. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend left leg. And exhale, straighten. Go back and forth in your own pacing, not rushing, because you're going to tip over if you rush. So we move with this intention, this inner strength that is never tense, but instead steady. After you've done it equal side to side, bend those knees, bring the soles of the feet together, grab your shins, your ankles, your ankles, and let those knees press away from your body. A beginning reclined Baddha Konasana here. Relax in those shoulders, and you might be holding up by your knees, totally fine, but you can move more toward those ankles for 3 and 2 and 1. Now, bring the outsides of those feet to the floor. Bring your hands, palms face down. Inhale, lift those hips off the floor, and we exhale, just barely tap those hips down. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we tap. We inhale, rise, we exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Now stay lifted, stay relaxed in the jaws and shoulders, and let's pulse for 20. So 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. Lower down, bring your knees together. Pull one knee into your chest, the other knee in. Give those knees a big hug, pointing and flexing in those toes. We'll do one more thing to activate our core. Hands plant by our hips. We lift those legs up, point your toes. Now scissor those legs. Moving those legs to really activate the outer hips. Feel the core holding those legs up. Stay soft in that upper body. Remembering that yoga is about practicing these opposite energies. So while we have this strength going on here, we want the softness up here for 5, 4, 3, and 2, last 1. Bend those knees one more time, pulling them in. You can keep the knees together. My hips don't like that move, so I like to open my knees wide. Feel what works best for your body. You can move those ankles, last breath in. Now, grab your hamstrings and let's rock and roll. Coming up and back. Inhale, we exhale. Breathing, massaging out that back. Getting some movement, some joy, some freedom in our bodies. And now we'll come all the way up into seated. We're gonna do one of my least favorite poses. Separate those legs about heels to the edges of your mat. Take your right hand in the middle of your legs, left hand outside. Sit up nice and tall. Energy in that spine. We're gonna lift that left leg. So lift for 5, 4, 3, but it's worth it. 2, 1, lower that left leg down and shake. You can even pound out that leg if it kind of clenched up. Okay, left hand inside, right hand plants. Get tall through that sitting bone. Let's lift that right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg down. One more time each side. Sitting up tall. We grow long in that spine, light in that left leg for 5, 4, 3. Relaxed in those shoulders. 2, 1. Lower. Okay, just one more. Left hand comes in, right arm comes out. We sit up tall, lift that right leg. 5, 4, 3. I'm only doing this because I love you. 2, and 1. Drop that right leg. That's not a good thing to say. Tuck those legs that someone who loves you can bring you pain. But I'm trying to bring you stability. Okay, bring those knees to the edges of your mat and slowly sit those hips back and down. We reach our arms forward, bringing the forehead toward the earth, letting the back of that heart drop. So we unfurl. We open, we move that spine in the opposite direction in order that we keep our mobility. So the reason we keep doing this is because we keep living the way we do, which means all kinds of curling in. So this is one way we can counteract that. Take one more breath. Now come to your hands and your knees. Okay, we'll tuck our toes. We're gonna lift on up into down dog. Lower one heel, then the other, moving your hips side to side. Plant those hands, rising up as we settle. So thinking about those hands as this opportunity to push the floor away. Our hearts drop and press back. Now try and lift those hips up as the heels sink. Now, can you grow long through the back of your neck? 3 and 2, 1. Look up at your hands. And this time, take a big step out to your right, off your mat. Take a big step to your left, off your mat. Bend those knees. Bring your arms out to a T and extend through that spine. Inhale. Let's exhale. Sit in those hips. Feel grounded in those feet, like you are ready to jump and fly. For 3 and 2, 1. Right hand plants, left arm lifts. We extend that heart forward. We twist at our heart space for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand plants, right arm lifts. Feel like you are ready, kind of like a front linesman or offensive linesman in football, that you are ready to just pop off as soon as that ball is snapped. For 3, 2, 1. Right hand lowers. Let's step those feet back into plank, but this time bring those feet wide. Drop your heels over to the right. Right knee can always drop. That left arm can lift. Inhale. Now exhale. See if you can bring that left arm under your right armpit. Inhale, we open up wide. You can always drop that right knee. We exhale, lower. We inhale, open up wide. And we exhale, bring that right arm under. Inhale, open up wide. Plant the left hand, bring those feet back up. I will turn directions. So now, those feet are a little wider than hip width. We drop our heels over to the left. Left knee drops, if that works. Right arm lifts. Inhale, we exhale, bring that right arm under. We inhale, open up wide. We exhale, bring that right arm under. Inhale, right arm lifts, expressing our heart energy, and exhale, right arm under. We can lift, then lower. Now, bring your heels together. Your toes are apart. Your hands are on the earth. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, we press back. And exhale, we press forward. Moving at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Trying to move and open, grow strong and long. Last breath. Now those heels turn up, the knees come together, and we sit back into a child's pose, this time with our knees touching, if that works for your body, or finding another option if it doesn't. Last breath in. The hands plant. We come onto our hands and knees. We tuck our toes. We lift on up. And now walk your hands to the back of your mat. We're going to bend those knees. Come on your tippy toes. And now bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Balancing, steady for 3, 2, 1. We'll lower those heels, bring your hands to your waist, stand all the way up. Inhale at the back of your mat, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, we fold ourselves forward. Walk yourself forward, starting with your right hand. So right, left, left. Inhale. Let's exhale. Take one more breath. We're going to walk back with that right hand. So right, left. Inhale, spine extends, and we exhale, fold. Now we'll do the other side. Inhale, we extend. We do left, right, hold. And just imagine that you are springy. So having that kind of energy rather than clenching. Let's walk back, left, right. Bend those knees. This time, your arms come straight out. So those biceps are right by your ears. So they're nice and straight. We're reaching and extending. So the hips move back, the spine and arms move forward. Imagining that you are containing this beam of light coming out of your head. You are reaching and extending it forward into the world. Concentrated, strong. One more breath. Bring your hands to your waist and rise on up. Okay, we're gonna move nice and slow as we do this next sequence. So, right foot grounds. We inhale, lift that left foot. The leg is straight, the toes are pointed. From here, try and lift through the crown of your head as you get grounded in that right foot. We lift. Now, can you bend your right knee? Keep that left leg hovering. Your hands can always come out to kind of like a tripod. And breathe for 3, 2, 1. Now, left heel comes down. We plant that left foot, and we're going to bring that right knee right behind our left knee. Interlace your hands at your heart. Press that the palms away, then lift on up. Now, this is an awkward pose, but we are balancing, we are rooting, we are extending through that spine, through those arms. Take one more breath. Release your hands. Bring your hands to the earth. Extend that right leg behind you. You can stay with both hands on the earth or the right arm rises. We flex through the right ankle. We reach the neck long, the shoulders toward our waist. For 3 and 2. Now the left knee bends. We drop our right foot to the floor and come into our triangle. So the heart opens. We can straighten through that left leg. Maybe look up toward our right thumb. For 3 and 2, you are awesome. 1, we rise on up and turn to face that front leg. Come onto that right ball of your foot. Can we reverse that? Pressing back, letting that left leg hover. That's really hard. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Lower and walk it out. Other side. Left foot grounds. We let that right leg hover. We're reaching and extending. Your arms can come out like a tripod if you would like. Extension and lift in the ribs and heart for 3, 2. Now bend that left knee and stay lifted with that right leg. Stay relaxed in those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Now pull the right toes back up and in. We drop the right heel down. We plant in the right foot and we let that left leg lift behind us. Tuck the left knee behind the right knee. We interlace our fingers the awkward way if possible. We push our hands away and lift on up. Trying to make an awkward pose as graceful as possible. And that means creating length. So thinking of long energy rather than stump. One more breath in. Now we release. Bring our hands to the earth. We extend the left foot behind us. Stay there, or the right hand plants and the left arm lifts into half moon. You can look at the floor. You can look up towards your left hand. For 3, 2, 1. Now the the right knee bends, that left foot plants, and you can move your feet a little apart if you need. Take your triangle. We extend and reach as we root down in that left foot. One more breath in. Now inhale, rise up, turn to face that right leg, come on that left ball of your foot. The energy now is going to the back of our mat, so we strongly press into that right leg. We can lift our arms up, bring our hands to our waist, bend that right knee, and walk it out. Sweet. Okay, face the long edge of your mat. The feet are nice and wide, edges of the feet parallel to those short edges of the mat. Grab either your elbows behind you or interlace those hands. Inhale, our hearts open, and now we fold forward. Letting our feet be the groundedness out of which the bones of our legs rise. Those hips reach toward the ceiling as we drop the crown of our head toward the floor. Breathing, opening for 3 and 2 and 1. Rise all the way up. We'll turn our right toes out, our left toes in. We're gonna bend into that right knee. Bring your right elbow to your right knee or right hand to the floor, left arm lifts. You can stay here, or you could bend that left elbow and bring the hand to the small of your back, or you could even reach around and grab that right upper thigh. Wherever we are, move the shoulders away from the ears, then start to turn that chin up toward that left shoulder. Wiggle those toes. 3, 2, 1. We release. Come on up with that left arm straight through that right leg. We turn our right toes in, left toes out. And we take the other side. So we bend that knee. We bring left elbow to left knee, left hand to the floor, right arm can rise. Different places to land. That right arm can stay up, or bring that right back of your hand to the small of your back. Maybe grab that upper left thigh. We move our neck nice and long, then we turn our chin. Feel the groundedness through the feet, the energy in that right leg. Bend into that left knee, extension in that spine, turn at your heart, last breath. Exhale, release, and inhale, come all the way back up. You turn the left toes in, right toes out. Bring your hands to frame that front right foot. Step back with that left foot and drop your left knee. Climb all the way up. Bend into that right knee. Now inhale, lift your left arm, and I'll turn sides. And we're gonna hook that left elbow outside that right knee. Hands come into prayer. You can settle in those hips, turn at your heart, maybe tuck those back toes and lift that back knee. Moving our shoulders away from our ears. Energy in the left knee. Softness in the right knee. Softness in our belly, but we extend through that spine and turn at our heart space, wiggling those toes. Last breath. Let's undo that twist, and we'll turn to the other side. So walk your hands to the left foot. We drop that right knee. We climb on up on that left knee. Sink into that knee. Right arm rises. We hook right elbow outside left leg. Hands into prayer. Stay there, or tuck those back toes and lift that back knee. We move our shoulders away from our neck and spine grows long, then we turn. Energy in that right leg. Relax in those left toes. My left toes are really working. One more breath in. We undo those hands and let's go ahead and come to wide legs. So our body, our trunk is centered. The legs are wide. Inhale, spines extend. Exhale, walk those arms out in front of you, bringing your ears in between those biceps. Get grounded in those feet. We breathe as we extend for 3 and 2. The hands walk back in. We bring our heels in. You can walk the feet in just a little. Bring your elbows to those knees, hands into prayer. Stay here, or you can drop those hips and come into Malasana. We extend through that spine, press those elbows into those knees, thinking of a heaviness in the hips and a lightness in the spine and heart, reaching up through the crown of that head for 3 and 2. We'll plant those hands, lift those hips. Now, can you extend your right arm through your legs? So the right tricep tucks into the inside of your right leg. Pat your bum cheek. Good job, you. Left arm reaches up, left hand to the small of your back, or you can grab those hands at your right hip. You can open up to the sky. Now, I was really pressing on my outer right foot. Can you bring the whole right foot energetically to the mat? Can you extend that spine long, then turn at your heart? Last breath in. We release those hands, hands plant. We can straighten those legs and sway those hips to release and relax. Let's do the other side. Bending our knees again. Now it's the left arm coming through, left hand to left bum. We are awesome. Right arm reaches up and around. Maybe those hands meet, and if they don't, doesn't matter. We open up through that right shoulder, get grounded through both feet totally. Extension in the spine, then twisting at your heart. 3 and 2, life is awesome. And 1, undo. Release, face the front of your mat and step on back into downward facing dog. Looking at those hands, making sure that they are honestly about shoulder width apart. We often put them at the edges of our mat, but moving them in and pressing into those hands, noticing what happens in the energy in your elbows. Then look up towards your belly button. Can you try and lift your belly button up? Lift those hips up like you want to touch the sky. Now, look at your heels. Can you feel like there are these heavy boulders in those heels, pulling them down to the earth? Breathing and settling, reaching and grounding. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, lift our left leg up to the sky. We'll exhale, step it through, right heel drops. Spin those arms up into warrior 2. So that left knee bends. We lift through our heart space and breathe for 3 and 2. 1, right hand drops down your right leg, left arm up and over. Now stretching the left side of our body, reaching everything long for 3, 2, move your shoulders down your back, 1, and bring your hands to the earth. we'll step back into our downward facing dog. Let's do again a check-in. So our hands are shoulder width apart. We push our hands into the earth. We grow long in those arms, feeling already the lift in your sitting bones. You can lift onto your tiptoes as those hips rise. From there, heavy in those heels. Breathing 3, 2, 1. Now it's that right leg that rises. We step it on forward. We come into warrior 2. And I'll turn. So warrior 2. We reach those arms. We settle into that right knee. Getting ourselves centered. And now, left arm drops down, left leg, right arm up and over. We are long in that right side body. Look at that right knee. Can you bend it just a little more? And now you could look at the right palm if you would like for 3, 2, 1. Hands come to that front foot and we step back. Bring your knees to the mat. Bring your chest to the mat. And now we bring our forearms to the floor. This is Sphinx. Those shoulders roll down our backs. We lift through our hearts. Feel grounded in the pelvic bones. You can stay here or curl that left foot in. You can always lower yourself down if you would like. Take that left ankle and lift on up. Extend that left foot back. That's going to lift up that left leg. Right leg can hover, and if you have room, the right arm can reach forward. I'm kind of stuck in a corner, so I can't. I'll put my arm out to the side for 3, and 2, and 1. Lower everything down. Roll onto your right side. Bring your right ear in your right hand. Pull that left knee in, stay there, or extend the left leg up. Taking your knee, your calf, your ankle, or that left foot. You can always lower your head down and let that right leg hover. Relax those shoulders, recognizing this is a balanced pose, staying soft and steady for 3, and 2, and 1. Lowering it on down. We come onto our belly and we switch sides. So now we extend and we can come back into Sphinx. Stay here or curl that right knee in, right heel in, maybe taking that right ankle and getting my muscles set. Lift that, oh goodness, this side of my body does not want to do it. So find your movement. We curl that knee in maybe and lift that thigh off the earth. Maybe extend that left arm forward, lift the left leg to the back, tuck your chin, you can look toward the floor. So you'll see that sometimes the body is like, no, we're not doing that, or we need to do a little bit more movement before we can get into a posture. So we listen to it, we see what the body needs. Lower everything down, roll onto that left side body. Your left hand can come up to that left ear, bend that right knee in, pulling it towards your chest. That leg can lift. You take hamstring, shin, or ankle, maybe lowering everything down and lift that left leg. So I don't know if you've noticed, but we have not done a single vinyasa, which is a challenge for me as a teacher. But we did that mudra in the beginning, thinking about creativity, and sometimes we can get stuck in our ruts. So trying different things and seeing what happens. Take one more breath and lower everything down. We're going to come onto our backs. Plant the soles of our feet. Lift our hips on up. And now extend your arms like you are holding a moon right above your heart space. And we rise in those hips. Inhale, lower your hips about 2 inches. Inhale, slowly lifting those hips up. We exhale, slowly lower. So it's not a huge movement and it's not a fast movement. Instead, it's this beautiful, fluid, quiet and small wave with those hips, with lifting, thinking of that light that we are holding right above us. One more time, let's go ahead and lift and exhale, lower everything down. Bring your right ankle over that left knee, lift that left foot off the floor, coming into reclined figure 4. That means both of our feet can flex. We can hold our hamstring, hold our shin. We let everything melt. And you'll notice that there are some postures that I do almost every single time. It's because they're just gems, that there are other ways to get into these spaces, but these are so incredible for getting us in those hips, for releasing things that we've worked, last breath. And now release that left foot on the floor, bring the right foot on the floor. We cross our left ankle over. The left foot is flexed. We lift the right leg and flex through that foot, taking hamstring or grabbing our shin, relaxing in those shoulders, feeling the back on the mat, making sure we're trying to stay as even as we can with both sides of our back for 3, 2, on the 1, we release. Bring your arms to cactus. And now bring your left knee in, your right knee in. Drop your knees over to the left. Your left hand can come to those knees. You can look towards your right elbow. We're trying to open in that right heart space and shoulder, settling in our core for 3, 2, 1. Lift those legs back up. Bring your left elbow back to that cactus or goalpost. The knees drop over to the right, and we open up through the left shoulder blade. Trying to drop that chin toward our left shoulder, relaxing. Inhale and exhale. Release, and those legs come back up. Now, happy baby. Shins, ankles, or the outsides of those feet. This is a beautiful posture because it relaxes the low back, even as it opens up one more time in those hips. It's a symmetrical posture, which means both sides of the body are doing the same thing, which translates into all kinds of benefits for us. 3, 2, 1. Let those legs go and find your Shavasana. If we let our knees drop together, that presses our low back into the mat. So if your low back is a little tender, that's a great way to help it. You can bring your hands under your hips and open those knees wide, bringing soles of your feet together. Or those legs can extend, your palms can turn up, and you can find your way into a space of surrender. May you hold on to your center. May the light inside you shine. May you hold on to your center. May the light inside you shine. May you hold on to your center. May the light inside you shine. start to return to your body in whatever way feels natural. You know your body. You know what might make it feel amazing. So go for that. Getting back in a way that is delicious and mindful, sweet and amazing. When you're ready, pull your knees in towards your chest and roll onto the right side of your body. From there, press yourself into a seated posture. And what we'll do is we'll return to that hand gesture so the thumb comes in along your palms, the other fingers close around those thumbs. Then we bring our fists together at the center of our being. We feel how rooted we are on the earth. We rise through our spines. We drop in those chins, relaxing those shoulder blades. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be free from fear. May you try new things. May you meet those new things with a sense of curiosity and wonder, even as you move from your rooted, centered self. May you ground down in order to rise tall. And may that light inside shine. Bringing our hands to prayer at our hearts, let's inhale deeply through our nose and exhale through an open mouth. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Live light.